Okay, so I'm basically certain that at least 90% of people are going to get one of these questions wrong when I ask in today's fourth quiz in the Silver Forever trivia series. Let's start from the beginning at question number 1. What percentage purity is a modern Olympics gold medal? All right, question number 2. What percentage purity is German silver? Have you heard of German silver before? Maybe you've even seen it at the thrift shop or an estate sale or something like that. Well, what percentage purity is German silver? Moving on to question number 3. What was the last year a Walking Liberty half was minted? Now, in one of my previous quizzes, we talked about how this one is actually called the Liberty Walking, similar to how the Mercury dime is called the Winged Liberty. Wow, look at that. What a beautiful piece. Gotta love these Walking Liberty half dollars. What was the last year that these were minted in the United States? I'll give you a hint, it's not 1940. Okay, so moving on to the next question. When did the US Mint produce both Morgan and Peace dollars? All right, question number 5 is an analogy. It's not a straightforward question, so your job is to fill in the blank here. If a proof strike coin is made for collectors, what is the name of the strike intended for general circulation? What is the counterpart to that proof strike? Question number 6, what is the face value on a United States half eagle? I'm going to show you the Liberty Head half eagle right here, but I'm not going to show you the reverse because that actually shows you the denomination, and I want you to answer the question, what is the face value of this half eagle? All right, zooming out now for our 7th question. What year did the US Mint start producing modern proof coinage in 99.9% silver? Coinage in the United States used to be made out of coin silver, which is 90% silver. Even after 1964, once the United States took the silver out of the coinage, they did still have silver in the proof coinage. That being said, there was a year when they decided to switch over to bullion grade silver, 3/9 fine silver. What year was that? Okay, so all of us here at Silver Forever know that I love me the Mercury dime. You can see it on the logo here in this limited edition sticker. And I have a question for you. What is the key date? What is the most desirable date in a Mercury dime collection? And not just the key date as in the year, but also the mint mark. So what is the key date for the Mercury dime? We're really flying through this quiz, folks. We got 2 more questions left. Question number 9. What year did China start minting 30-gram coins? China actually used to produce 1 troy ounce silver and gold bullion coins, but there was a year when they decided to make the switch over, going back to the metric system. Instead of the 31.1 grams in a troy ounce, which of course you would know that answer if you have done the previous quizzes, they started doing 30 grams in the silver and gold coins. What was the very first year when China started minting in 30-gram increments? In the last question of quiz 4, question number 10, what mint produces the Star Wars Beskar bars for Niue? And there's a reason I'm asking you that question, and that is because, folks, by this time next week, I believe that Silver Forever will have made it to 3,000 subscribers. It just so happens that June 5th, 2022 will be the 1-year anniversary of publishing videos here on the channel. And so to have that kind of synchronous timing where we have the 3,000 mark being crossed at the 1-year anniversary, I couldn't be happier about it. We're just under 90 videos, which kind of blows my mind considering how much time goes into preparing and recording and editing all of these videos. It's kind of shocking that I've been able to put out one about every 4 days. I'm just so thankful to each and every one of you, especially those of you who spend the time to share your knowledge in the comments. I love sharing deals around our little community we have going here at the Accumulation Nation, and I just can't wait to see what the next few years have in store. Okay, so I got a little sidetracked here, but the reason that I brought this up is because Question number 10 about these Beskar bars. For a very short period of time, you still have a chance to enter the Beskar bar giveaway. Just check the link to the Precious Metals community video in the description below, and actually you can enter for the giveaway by just simply typing 3000 into the comments section of that video. So I started off with kind of a tricky question here. You might be surprised to learn this. The modern Olympics gold medals are not really gold. They are gold plated, but they are mostly silver. So they are typically going to be around 92.5%, but that is in silver. Now here's the tricky part. The International Olympics Committee actually allows for countries to make their own medals and however they see fit. There are some stipulations about the general size and the amount of gold, for instance, that needs to be on a gold medal. And it turns out that that number is 6 grams of gold, and that's typically going to be plated. So even the gold medals are made out of predominantly silver, and they are plated in about 6 grams of gold, as they were in the Tokyo Olympics in 2021. Apparently at those Olympics, there was 556 grams total mass in the gold medal. There was somewhere between 1 and 1.5% gold. Ballpark is going to be 92.5% silver and just over 1% gold. I know that's a little bit confusing, but hey, how many of us really knew that those gold medals aren't really gold? In fact, there were only a few Olympics where they really truly were gold. And the last year that pure gold medals were handed out at the Olympics was actually 1912 in Sweden. Okay, question number 2. Another tricky one. What percent purity is German silver? This might surprise you folks, but it's a big fat goose egg. It is 0% silver. Depending on the country, there are very strict legal regulations around what you are allowed to describe a silver item as. And that's why you constantly see stamps that say sterling or stamps that say 925, for instance. Now this German silver is actually mostly copper. It also comes with zinc and nickel in that alloy. I have seen some places say, well, okay, silver that's made in Germany is typically in the 800 or 835 range. So about 80% or 83.5%. But if you see this term German silver, understand you are not buying silver. It is mostly going to be copper, zinc, nickel. Moving on. Question number 3. What was the last year a Walking Liberty half was minted? The answer to that question is 1947. So if we go to our trusty red book here, we can see the Liberty Walking half here, designed by Adolf Weinman. Another former quiz question. If we were to advance to the final mintage here, we see that the last year was 1947. Okay, so next question. Number 4. When did the US Mint produce both Morgan and Peace dollars? The answer is not 1922. Instead, the answer is actually 1921. They were both minted in 1921. The Peace dollar, of course, was minted in fairly low numbers in 1921 here. And you can see it was minted in high relief, barely over 1 million of them, compared to something like in the normal relief 1922 you had 51 plus million. Very valuable coins. If you ever come across a 21 Peace dollar, hold on to it for dear life. I certainly don't have one in my collection. And if we were to roll it over here, you could see the Morgan dollars were produced in 1921 after a long time period between 1904 and 1921 where they were not being produced. They were produced in very large numbers at this point, which is why they are so commonly found. Now we know that the answer to question number 4 is 1921. And moving on to, nope, just kidding. We're not moving on to question number 5 because, as many of you might know, these $2 coins were actually printed in the same year, another year. Did I get you? That year is the 100th anniversary. That year was 2021. You might remember some of these videos like this one or like this one. where I recorded my experience trying to buy them from the US Mint's, let's say, less than stellar website. Okay, moving on. Question number 5. A proof strike is for collectors. What is the name of the strike that's for general circulation? I'll go ahead and just show you an example of the difference here. This would be a proof strike coin, mirror-like finish in the field, and we'll go ahead and compare it with this, which is called a business strike. So business strikes are intended for general circulation. Business strike. Okay, what is the face value on a USA half eagle? Start to do the math. What is the face value on a USA eagle or a double eagle? The double eagle is $20. The eagle is $10, which makes the half eagle a $5 coin. You can see right down here it says 5D. I love that pre-33 gold. I wish that I got into it earlier because now the premiums are on the rise. Face value on a USA half eagle, $5. All right, what year did the US Mint start producing modern proof coinage in 999 silver? Once again, let me go ahead and show you examples here. This one on the right is actually a proof coin from 92 versus this one, which is a typical Roosevelt dime from 64, 90% silver. But in 2019, the US Mint switched over and started doing pure silver instead of 90% silver for those modern proof coins. What is that key date for the Mercury dime? That one, many of us will know, is 1916D. As you can see, many of these years, there were tens of millions of these dimes minted. But in the very first year of their minting, 1916, we can see that the Denver Mint produced only about 250,000 of these dimes. What year did China start minting those 30-gram coins? Well, I can tell you it's not this year. They don't even have anything listed. It's 2015. Those were the 1 ounce still. But once we get into the later years, we have 2 different examples of their reverses here. We got 2019 and 2021. In both cases, they say 30 grams on them. The first year was right after this, 2015. It was the 2016 year when they started doing that. All right, last question. Where are these Beskar bars made? The answer is NZM, that New Zealand Mint. And if you want your very own chance to win one of these, make sure to click that link in the description below. And if you want to see one of the other quizzes that I have done on the channel, then click this one right here, or maybe even that one right here. We love doing trivia here at Silver Forever, and until next time, stack silver today, stack silver tomorrow, stack silver forever, out.